Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to my model bench. Hiya, Gaia. Hiya, Gaia. How you doing? Ooh, focus. Come on, focus. Oh, I'm right here. There we go. um, yeah, welcome back to my model bench. A bit of a late one today. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I took a nap after everything was done during the day, and I sort of overslept. I thought, should I do a model bench? Should I do some streaming? Yeah, why not? Let's do a model bench. So it's probably going to be a short one today, but I still wanted to get some painting done. Um, my paints arrived the other day for the engine, so I thought I'd do that. I thought I'd do the exhaust, get the exhaust done. I thought I'd do a few bits and pieces today. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Just casually do a little bit of painting, a little bit of spraying. Now, I will say, was it yesterday when I done one? I sprayed up the reprimed the bodywork after doing a little bit of sanding down on it just to finish it off. I went to clean out my airbrush and it stopped working. Oh, did you not see the chrome bits on the Mini? Oh, they came out really well. You should check out the blog. Check out the pictures on the blog. Yeah, for sure, the Mini. They came out really nice. There's going to be some more chrome bits on here as well on the outside. Um, so yeah, I'm really pleased with them. The chrome just takes a little while to dry. I am doing chrome bits on the Mustang. I haven't quite got to them yet. They are like the bumpers, lights and stuff, and the wheels, and so they're a bit the external. I've drawn a cut off period at the bodywork for now. So I'm doing everything up to the bodywork. So I'm doing the interior, the chassis, the engine, and the bodywork. No, that's all right. That's all right. It's good to know what sort of method of build I go through. So yeah, I do the interior, chassis, engine, bodywork. Once that's all done, I then go move on to the instructions a bit further on, and do finish off the engine bay because this one's got an engine bay in it. So I'm going to finish that off, and then do all the external bits and pieces. Because what that does is it doesn't overwhelm me. Then I can then say, right, I've knocked out the park, all of this lot, all that lot's done. I can now concentrate and do the little bits on there. And I don't have too many bits on sticks, so I'm not confused as to which part is which, and which part is on which stick. The engine bay is going to be body color, so it's going to be metallic black. But the engine itself is interesting. It's going to be parts of it are blue, parts of it are red, parts of it are metallic. So we're going to see how that turns out. I've got some good ideas on how to do that. Yes. Well, yeah, kind of Ford blue. It does say to paint the engine metallic blue, which I did get a metallic blue. I believe I got a metallic blue. Did I get a metallic blue? No, blue gloss it said, and I got a blue gloss. But is it one of them here? Flat blue, dark blue. There's a blue gloss somewhere, but I'm not actually going to do that. I've got another trick up my sleeve. It's going to be painted silver to start with. I'm going to paint it all silver, and then I'm going to use an ink blue over the top. So it's going to be a kind of a metallic blue. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but it's a trick that I saw while looking for research to how to do heat color steel. So for the exhaust manifolds, I'm going to try and heat color them. So where all the exhaust outlets meet into one outlet on each side, I'm going to try and colour it as if it's been heated up. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I'm going to see it. But the guy that was doing it used a blue ink over the top of silver, and that came out quite a nice metallic. So I thought that's quite nice. I might actually do the entire engine that colour instead of doing it a gloss blue. So we're going to see what happens. You can always paint over it if it doesn't work out, you know, it's not a problem. But to start with, I need to get the base colours down. So yeah, that's my order of operations. I just try and do, usually I try and do the interior first. That's right, yeah, so it gives the appearance of it running, or has just been running. So yeah, been running for a while. But yeah, that's my order of operations usually. It's everything up to the bodywork, and then I treat the body after the bodywork as new parts, so that I don't get confused as to what parts are which and where they all are. I've done the interior yesterday, so that's all done and dusted. I took some pictures on that, and they're not on the blog yet, but they are on the I don't know if you saw there on the stream starting. They're on the slideshow, but they will be up on the blog later on. I will put them up there. So yeah, that's basically about it, really. It's going to be a nice, easy day, or try to be a nice, easy day. I'm going to have to wait for things to dry in between, you know, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to do a little bit of hand painting, a little bit of airbrushing, a bit of everything, really, just to see what happens. So no rush. But yeah, I was saying yesterday, after I cleaned my airbrush, it stopped working. There was no air getting through. I worked out that it wasn't the airbrush itself, but there was air getting out through the hose. It was the valve on the end of the hose. It's got a little push actuator in it, so as you push the trigger down, it pushes a bar down, which opens the valve, and that was kind of getting stuck. So I ran some silicone lubricant through it. Just sort of left it, and it still wasn't quite working after I'd done that, so I went and ordered some more valves online, so they're on their way. But it gets up later on, goes out to see how it's working later on yesterday, and it seems to be working fine, touch wood. So it just needed some time to work the lubricant through, I guess, and settle down. So I don't know how long that's going to last today. It seems to be working fine at the moment, but if it does stop, I've got two choices. Stop completely, call it a day, depends how far along we've got down the road, or switch to my secondary airbrush, which is a different airbrush. Yeah, I've got a spare airbrush. That's what I say, switch to my spare airbrush, but I've never used it. So I don't know. It's not that much different, but you know when you got the little differences and stuff. So I don't know. It uses a smaller hose. So it's a little different. So I might have to switch to that. Hopefully this works out fine. I just needed a little bit of lubricant, but I do have a couple of valves on the way. It always pays to have a spare airbrush, and I will have to get to use that one at one point. I might do a thing one day of learning to use my new airbrush, my spare airbrush. But the problem is, of course, if it does stop working, cleaning it out is going to be a bit of a problem because I can't run anything through it. So that would be harder work. So anyway, let's get busy with the fizzy. So I'm going to take you over to the model bench and we can get started. Okay, so is this camera in the right position? Yeah, okay. So I've just been looking through this, and what I'm going to do first of all is we've got to spray up the exhaust pipe, but it tells me here that I need to do it in steel metallic. but I'm not going to do it in steel metallic. Now this bit is aluminium, which reminds me I need to repaint the fuel tank. So this bit's in aluminium, and the rest of it's in steel metallic. But I'm not going to do it in steel metallic. I actually have something here, if I can find it, called exhaust manifold. And that is the colour we're going to be painting the exhaust pipes and the exhaust manifolds. Oh yeah, use a bit of cardboard. That's what I'll do when I'm using it. I'll just spray it on a bit of paper, just lay out a couple of sheets of A4 and just give it a go and see if I could get used to it. That's what you do when you're using a new airbrush. So yeah, so we're going to use some exhaust manifold. I couldn't believe it was an actual colour from Vallejo. I was like, really? Okay, well, that's what we'll do then. Bring down the exhaust pipes here and set up the airbrush and get going, I suppose. So this should be airbrush ready. It says on it metal color, airbrush color, so it should be airbrush ready. So I was just going to give it a shake, turn the airbrush on. That would help. Put a glove on. No, you didn't have all these fancy colours 20 years ago. God, no. It was basically what, I used to get the kits and they came with the paints most of the time, and it was just simple colours, But I couldn't believe it. I was watching this video and it says use exhaust manifold. I was like, wait, what? So, there we go. Alright, so we're going to dip some of that in there. We don't need too much. It isn't that much. Right, so let's see what this comes out like. Ooh. 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 That's nice, shiny. Right. Ooh, shiny. Right. So it's just the ends. Come on. Alright, let's check that out. See what that looks like. It's not a bad colour, actually. Yeah. Right, so that's the exhaust pipe. I'm going to do the exhaust manifolds the same colour, so I don't need to spray it on that heavy. Again, nice. So you see where all four of those manifolds come in, all four pipes come in together at one junction. I'm going to try and spray that junction as the hottest part. So how do I keep the parts on a stick? They've got clamps on the end. These little clamps. You can see that. And I just clamp it to a part that's either not going to be painted, or I make up a little tab to go on the underside. You can get these little I've got a whole box full of them, of sticks with little clamps on the end. Well, that looks good. Right. Right, so that's the exhaust manifold colour done. And that worked out well. Is there nothing else that I need to do in that colour? Don't think so. That's all the exhaust manifolds. It's all the exhausts. So you tip that back in there. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to run some... I'll show you the box I've got. Let's turn that off for a second. It's just going to keep going. So I've got a whole box of these sticks on. Some of them are metallic, some of them are like metal, some of them are wood. They come in packs like that, and they just got little crocodile clips on the end, and I stick them into Flower Rangers Oasis because it's cheap. You can put it in anywhere. And as I showed before, if you need to use it as a stand, you can always stick it in the side like that and work on things like this. So, Flower Rangers Oasis is the way forward, I think. And you can cut it into any shape. So that's how I use it. The only problem is with it, you have to be careful because it does dust off. Bits of it do sort of dust off. So, just to be a little bit careful with that. I mean, you could, I guess, wrap it in paper so that you don't get the dust off, and then you could still sort of use it. But I use that. You can get these expensive options of holders, but I need so many of them. So that's what I use. Yeah, you could use a block of styrofoam. Anything like that, really. Yeah, you can just cut it in the sort of shape that you want. But I like the Oasis because it's a very, very fine foam, so it holds on. Sometimes if you put too many holes in styrofoam, the hole gets too big and it doesn't grip. But you could use styrofoam as a shortcut, yeah. That's for sure. It's not going to hurt. But yeah, a lot of these places, they sell these expensive ones with like frames and refillable interiors. And I'm like, oh, it's just too much hassle. It's too expensive. I think I bought like 3 blocks of Oasis for like £5. I can't remember, but it wasn't very expensive at all. I was like, thanks very much, I'll use that. Oop, need to turn the airbrush on. I thought it wasn't working in a second. I'm just running this through between colours. This is just white spirits. This is nothing special. I'll give it a good clean out at the end. Great. Let me just mop up any crap. Right. Great. Oh, I need to find my trash can. My trash can at the moment is just an old tub. It's just an old tub, old plastic tub that bird peanuts came in, because it's easy and I can move it around. But I do have like 2 or 3 old computers underneath this desk that I want to get rid of, so I need to bastardize them, and then I can put an actual proper garbage can down there. But until I've done that, I'm wondering if my friend wants any of the parts. That's the thing, I'll have to ask him. Right, so what's next on the list of things to do? Right, so we've done the... we've got to wait for that to dry so we can mask it up and do that part. Right, so this is actually chrome. But I don't want to paint it chrome. It's the... I believe that is the sump. It looks like the sump, the oil sump. So I don't want to paint it chrome, but I'm going to paint it close to. So let's have a look and see what colours we've got. I do have chrome silver. I might actually use that, to be honest. Mr. Metal Colour Chrome Silver, because it's close enough, but it isn't overly chrome. Let's have a look. There's not enough in there. Right. Yeah, I haven't refilled that because I haven't needed to. Oh, I do have another chrome actually. I have a bunch of chromes because I've tried a bunch of them and I've never been really happy with them, but they serve a purpose. Oh, okay, that one's just completely empty. I thought there was something in that one. So I don't have a chrome. Oh, look at all these other colours I got in here that I forgot about. Probably had a... Right. So no, there's no chrome. But we probably have a metallic near somewhere. Oh, metallic aluminium. Silver, aluminium, gold, no, probably not. Metal colour, gunmetal grey, no. Washes, gold. I had that metallic steel. Don't want to do it steel. Could have sworn I had that silver. That is not quite chrome, but it's also a bit better than steel. So we'll do it silver, I think. That'll work. See, a lot of these things, it's about, you know, judging what colour you want to do it yourself. Now, the reason I don't want to do it chrome is because my chrome is exceedingly chrome. So I kind of want it just kind of look out of place under there. So I want to do it somewhat, but not overly chrome. Right, so let's grab this silver. And again, I only need a little bit of this because there we go. It's chromey, but it's not over chrome, if you know what I mean. And that is this bit. There we go. Now, the actual engine was... What was the engine? Metallic aluminium. Okay. So that's that part done. That's the chrome done on there. Or what? That's good enough as chrome. Alright. I am so pleased with my model bench. It's just like everything's there where I need it to be. It's like, oh, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. Right, now we're just gonna accept the trash can, which I don't have. Just going to run some of this through there again, just to clean it out. Right, so It's just... Oh, I keep putting the things away as well. Alright, so now what I need to do is I actually need to mask up the snow. That's better. Let's just turn the music down a bit. I can't hear myself think. At least it's not too loud on the stream. It's just coming through my headset quite loud. If you do need to turn the music down, just let me know. If it's too loud, I will turn it down. So what I'm going to do is mask up these because they need to be black on the top with like a kind of a dry brushed chrome on the top. So I'm going to use a silver because I don't know how well the chrome dry brushes. But these need to be painted as well because they are also blue, I believe. Let's have a look. Yes, they are. So they need to have that metallic coat on them. So let's mask those up. Take the glove off. I don't need that anymore. Alright, masking tape. Try and get some of this masking tape out of here. And a knife. Oh, steady. Alright, so I've got to mask up the top black because that remains black. So we'll call the rocker cover. Oops, slightly off there. Okay, so the black doesn't like to... I might have to repaint that black. That's why I could do that. No problem. Just use a brush for that. It doesn't matter if the lip is silver, that's fine. One more. And around you go. Okay, that's good. So that's going to be all the same color as the engine, which is aluminium, metallic aluminium. So let's see if I can find my metallic aluminium. Metal color, source manifold, aluminium. There we go. No, that's not. So metal grey, gold. No. Okay. So, oh, I got two golds. Oh no, they're the same. Oh, what an idiot. Obviously, I didn't realise I had two golds. 3 golds. No, 4 golds. Oh my god. I like my gold. Right. So this is aluminium. And this is what we're going to spray up the... Oh, I'll check the exhaust as well. Have they dried yet? Not yet. because that also needs to be painted aluminium. But that's not a problem, we can come back to that. Okay. Yeah. Sniff. Right. Maybe. Yeah, maybe spraying that a bit too much. Or I haven't shook it up enough, actually. That could be a problem. It's coming out very watery. This is why... Oh, God. I tend to like to thin stuff out myself. Because then I'm in control about how much thinner I can put in it with these. So maybe I just don't need to use as much power on the airbrush. Yeah, there we go. I have to remember that. It's a small part, so I don't need that much in the airbrush. There we go. Let's try this again on another part. Yeah, that bit's going to be ruined. I have to try and clean that off. Yeah, this is going to need more than one coat, I believe. That's not coming out too bad. Yeah, I just have to leave that to dry, but that's fine. And I've got... There's a part... Oh, the part on the front's already on the front. That's alright. So I'm going to leave that lot to dry and then come back to that one. So we don't need to clean out the airbrush just yet. So that can sit up there and I'll turn that off. That's not bad colour, actually. I kind of like that. Just needs a couple more coats. Oh, right, there's my smoke. Right, so next on the list of destructions. That's, right, okay. This bit here needs doing. B, G, gold. Oh, gold. Okay, that's handy. I have a gold. Right, so this is the one we're going to paint by hand. So, paintbrush it is. Now, what is that gold that I've got that I found in here? Gold. Model Air, typical. I have a gold. Gold leaf, perfect. I knew I had a gold somewhere. That's another gold I've got. Oh my god. Alright, so aluminium. I believe I've got some flat aluminium, which I will also repaint the flat aluminium. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, let's get a detail brush. That one should do it. Where did I put my... where did I put... Oh, there we are. Yeah, right. So I need some stirring sticks. Give me a baby's stirring sticks. Just get a couple of those out. What I might do with this as well is I might give it a wash. Put like a grey wash on it in places. Where did that go? That was the cap. Oh well. Right. Yeah. Yeah, if I put a wash on it when it's dry, I'll be able to see these little indent details a lot better. I tried painting this yesterday with a airbrush colour and it didn't turn out so well. They are very thin. My God, Vallejo, why are your airbrush colours so thin? But yeah, we never used to have... I mean, Humbrol used to do a fair amount of different colours, I remember, and Tamiya used to do a fair amount of colours. But nothing like the range that we've got now, that's for sure. There's a model shop down the road for me when I was a kid, and they used to have a whole selection of like Humbrol and Tamiya paints. I used to think, oh, I'd like that whole rack just in the corner of my bedroom somewhere so I could just pick what I wanted off the rack. That would have been so cool. But now you go in there and that's not even half their range. You know what I mean? It's like, good God. You look on the internet and look at some of these shops, you just type in like Tamiya and the Tamiya paint and all these paints come out. You type in Vallejo and all these different paints come out. You're like, Jesus Christ. So many. Well, that's much better. That's looking much better. So what we're going to do is we're going to give that a wash when that's dry. Then that should hopefully pick out the indents. So now we need to get this. And what part of this is, that's black. Oh, so all of this is sort of aluminium. Okay. Except the distributor cap and whatever it is that's on top of here. I honestly got no idea what the top of that is. Oh, that would be the carburetor. Is it? Yeah, that would be the carburetor. Because the air filter fits on top of that, so that'd be what that is. Well, that should sit in there nicely. Well, that works. Okay, so now we've got to do the carburetor, and that's going to be gold, according to the instructions. So let's just wash out this brush. Oh, well, that's a useful brush, isn't it? The tip comes off. I'll just stick some super glue in there next time I've got super glue out. Alright, not a problem. Give this a shake. Come on, open up, you little bastard. Open up, you little bastard. Right, give you a mix. And just see just what kind of gold that is. Oh, that is a rich... That is a nice colour gold. Yeah, that is going to go on there real good. Let's see what we can do here. Very nice. Right, I'm going to leave that on top of there. Again, I think that might benefit from a wash. Honestly. I really do. That would be really cool. Right, so let's just check to see whether this is dry. Right, so we can give that another spray. Right, so let's put these away. I'm not going to need those again. Okay. There's a bloop. I've got to check my bloop. There's a bloop. No, wasn't a bloop for me. Alright. Oh, okay, so we're going to give this, well, that could go, this could go back up there for now. Let's put the brushes away. Clean that brush out. Alright, and what we'll do is we'll run the aluminium back over the parts that we need to. So let's turn this on. Come here, baby airbrush. And glove. Come on, glove. Alright, so let's just check that it's still working. Yep. Ah! That was unfortunate. So lucky it didn't ruin it too bad. No. Right, okay, looks like we're going to need to find another spot to clamp it to, and I think the drive shaft would be perfect. Right, okay, so that's that one. Oh, this is still wet. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right, now let's just check to see how these exhaust pipes are doing. I reckon I could get away with a bit of masking on those. Right, so let's do a bit of masking. Just a little bit of masking, not too heavy. They're dry. Oh, another smoke. Right, so they're quite dry. That's good. That's good. Ugh, I've got to take the glove off. I can never do anything other than hold something with my gloves on. It's a real pain. So. How's the best way of doing this? Like that. Now scissors. Right. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Come on. There we go. That'll do. That's fine. And that's fine. Right, just for this. Oh, turn it back on again. Might need a bit more out. Not that much. Great. Now I just got to leave that to dry. What did I do with me clamps? Where are my clamps? Clamps. Ah! Alright, I've got plenty more clamps. So we'll just grab another clamp for now. That'll do. Yep, I'll leave that to dry. Hopefully the masking tape doesn't pull off what's underneath it, because I didn't really leave it that long to dry. So, alright, so that is nearly all the parts dry. So we've got to wait for the engine and that to dry before I can do the blue on it. But now it comes the tricky part. Right, what was that? That was aluminium, wasn't it? So we need to put this away. I need to change the nozzle size in my airbrush. At the moment it's 0.5, so I need to get it down to the smallest nozzle I've got. Right, just going to run some white spirit through it again, just to clean it out. Open up the taps, I think. Great. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to open up my airbrush box and get out a 0.3 nozzle. Right, here we are, 0.3. Do we have anything smaller than a 0.3? 0.5s, 0.2, here we go, 0.2s. They will do, 0.2s. Perfect. Okay. We have the perfect. Right, so what we're going to do is open this up. It's a 0.5. Come here, baby. I need the little thing. I'm just going to take the nozzle off. It goes in there. Boop. Right, now what we need to do, very carefully, put on the 0.2. Don't cross thread it. Fiddly work. Good. Then we put the nozzle cap on. And then we'll put the needle in. Now I need to take this bit off. Oh, come on, you sack of shit. There we go. The diffuser. I believe that's what it's called, I'm not sure. But it goes on the end there. Right, now this should be a much smaller flow. is what I'm going to need to do the heat on the engine. So all that could go in there, and that's going to go back up there for now, out of the way, so I don't knock it over and lose my 0.5s. Right, so let's just run some white spirits through it. Oh Christ. It's probably a bit too much white spirit, to be honest. Alright, right, so we're just going to run that through there. Let's just check to see if it is actually coming out. Yeah, it's coming out. Just run it through, just clean it out. I might not need to run all of it through, because that was a fair amount. Yeah, that would do. Right, now we're just going to run a cotton bud through it. And then a bit of tissue. Oh, need more tissue. Great, right, so now, silver. I need silver. Silver, 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 where are you, silver? I had you just a minute. I had you just a minute ago because I painted that thing with it. Where did you go? Where did you go? Aluminium. Was it? It wasn't, no. Silver. There we go. It's a bit darker than I expected it to be. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple of sheets of clean paper and put them out here so I can test my airbrush. Right. Let's grab some tape it down. So it doesn't blow off in the breeze. Good. Right. Now what we do is we'll put in some silver. And we'll see how fine a point we can get on this. Right, so right now that's wound right up, so we need to bring it down. Oh. Maybe a bit more. Good. Good, good. So I know the limitations there now. Right. So what we've got to do, and this is going to be tricky to see, is not that. Hey, is that still wet? Right. That's the silver on there. Okay, so that's silver. Now the next one they said to do, now bearing in mind, I don't think this is going to turn out very well at all, honestly. If I'm being honest. Because the part that the guy showed it on was on the back of one of those Warhammer 40k spaceships. And it was quite a large part, so he could get in close, he could see what he was doing. This is a much smaller part, so I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work out, but we're going to give it a go. Right, so now we need gold. Oh, I think it's time for another smoko while we leave that lot to dry on there. I mean, I may be astonished. This may turn out fucking amazing, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Right, so we've got some gold in there now. So let's have a look. Let's run it through so we get some actual gold coming out. There we go. Is that gold or is it just silver coming through still? I think that's just silver coming through, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do is I didn't run any fucking white spirit through, did I? That's why. That was why. Oh, I got too carried away. More white spirits. I'll put that away from my coffee. I knew someone a long time ago who was in this confined room, and he was cleaning those, you know, those blackboards that you see outside shops. We were a cash and carry, which is we're like Costco basically before retail stores. So we had everything was sold in bulk. So we had tons of stuff in the warehouse. So we had all these blackboards that needed to be cleaned. with promotional offers and all this sort. So he went into this room out of the way, and he just sat there and he thought, right, I'm going to do this all day. And so he found out that the best way to clean these black balls was with white spirit. So, like an idiot, he's in this room that isn't ventilated, and he's got a cup of white spirits. This cup was just like taken out of the vending machine. And he was sat there quite happily doing that, and he thought, oh, I need a drink. So he went off and got himself a drink out of the vending machine in the same cup that the white spirit was in. So he sat there cleaning the boards, and he picks up this cup, takes a huge couple of gulps, and realizes that's not Coke. He ended up drinking a whole fucking, like, a few gulps worth of white spirit. So we had to run him down to the chilled aisle and make him drink like 4 pints of milk. Try to get him to throw up, drink some more milk while the ambulance was on its way. I was like, you dingus, what were you doing? Because I couldn't smell it, because it was in an unventilated room, and he couldn't smell the difference between Coke and white spirit. So, well, that's what you get. But yeah, he was in a pretty bad way. And I don't mean he took a sip, I mean he took a proper freaking gulp. It's like, what a Jesus, you know, how can he do that? So, I mean, I'm not going to mistake a bottle of white spirit for a mug of coffee. Sorry. So there's that. But yeah, it always kind of made me a little bit dubious. Right, now let's see if we can actually get some gold on the paper. Right, now let's see what we got here. Well, apparently it just wants to be silver. Mind you, it does look as though it's been burnt. So. Now we've got gold. Excellent. So, we have to be quite close to it in order to do this. So, the gold is around here somewhere. So, and there. Squeak, squeak. Oh, I'm tipping gold out. I don't want to. Whoa, lucky it didn't get on the part there. Right, so that's not looking too bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's good. Let's just wipe that off. I mean, like I said, I don't expect this to be perfect. But this is a new skill I'm trying, a new technique. Right, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. Right, so now the real test is going to come out when I start to ink. I use the ink, because you use purple ink first. Let's blow that bubble away. Okay, so my headset decided to stop working, so let's just try this again. Okay, so as I was saying, the doesn't look too bad. The real test is going to come in a second when I use the ink, because you have to use purple ink first, and then you use a kind of blue. Now this may end up looking completely crap. I'm just saying, so be warned. So let's clean out this airbrush. Wind it up. Let's get a flow going through it. Have a sip of coffee. Just keep on trucking. Okay, good. That should do it. Run a bit more tissue through it. Great. Now we need to find the ink. So it was, oh, ink is in my ink tray. Inks. Here we go. So I need violet and blue. And again, they're just Vallejo game inks. So, oh, right. Smoky time. Have a little smoko. Something keeps going, boom, boom. So my computer's trying to disconnect something. I'm not sure what it's doing, but yeah. Alright, so now we need violet ink. Alright, let's run, see what that looks like. Yep, it's coming out violet. That's good. Oh, not all the way down, dingus. There we go, so that's not too bad. Right, so now we pick one of these out. Right. I don't think that looks too bad. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have to take a picture of that, but let's try and... doesn't look too bad. Yeah, once the blue's on there, it should look pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Yep, it's looking good. Right, so that's the violet. No, I guess I can't. No, I guess I can't put that back. Right, okay, well, I've got a container here I chuck all my crappy liquids into. That just goes in there. Whoop. That's my little storage container for white spirits, all sorts of chemical stuff. Just fill that up and then I dispose of it responsibly down the drain, toilet. Okay. Right, now we put some more white spirit down here. Open her up. And we've been going for an hour and a half, so not too bad today. Now I want to keep the blue in here because this I have a plan for. Come on, open up. It needs to get you out more. Yeah. Splashing white spirit all over myself. Catch fire next time I have a cigarette. Boom. Live on Twitch. Man, catch yourself on fire. Right. Great, now it's just get rid of that excess. Right, now we just use this blue. Right, now let's see how blue that is. It's not too bad. Nice blue. Right, okay, so what we do now is grab this part and just glue it in the middle. Now actually that does look as though that's heated. that looks very good. Let's see. I don't know how I'm going to get to see this. Just about to see it there. That looks pretty good. I like that. And again, that one also looks pretty good. Oh, I'm actually really pleased with that result. There's a bit too much purple on that one. But I like it. I like it. That looks as though it's been heated up. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. Right, and that blue is actually quite a nice blue. So I'm going to use it again on this engine. Is this dry? I think so. Right, so now the engine, I need to, oh, that bit's red. Okay. First of all, what we're going to do try painting these rocker tops blue. Oh, that's awesome. It's a bit more. Oh, that looks really good. Let's see if I can bring that up to you. That's a nice blue. That's a nice blue. Now that is just, as I said before, that's just aluminium with the blue ink on top. It does say gloss blue, but I think this is going to look way better when it's put together. Oh, that looks great. It looks like hammerite. Looks like hammerite blue. Looks fucking cool. Okay, so now what we've got to do is we've got to mask up the engine. We've got to mask out the gearbox because we don't want that to be blue. That's got to remain silver. And there's also a part on the backside here that needs to be painted red. So I need to mask that up because I don't want the blue on that because otherwise it will look purple. So we've got a little bit of masking here to do now. Let's turn the airbrush off for a second. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. That has turned out really good. The rocker cable, the piston heads or whatever you want to call it, they've got Cobra on them, and they're going to be dry brushed silver to pick those out. But it's looking fan-bloody-tastic. I'm so pleased with that. I am so pleased with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask up around here. So this seam, I do want the seam of the come on, stick, you bastard. Right, so something's not right. Right, we do it like this then. Okay, no. Still not quite dry. Yeah, still a bit sticky. Right, I'm gonna have to leave that. Gonna have to leave that, I'm afraid, for now. Or I could just run a hairdryer over it. We'll give that a bit because I've still got some painting to do on this part here, the fan belt and fan itself. So that needs to be done. So let's check that out. Right, so what is A? A is metallic aluminium. H is black, yeah, and D is grey matte. Oh, grey matte for the belt. Okay, so right, so we need to put these away apart from the blue because I'm going to need the blue. Put all these away. Inks. What is the time? Oh, it's 9:20. Right, so so I haven't got that much time left. How long have I been going for? I could give another 20 minutes. Go for another 20 minutes. Right, so I need aluminium. We had that in here just a minute ago, didn't we? Flat aluminium. And what's it? Grey. Dark sea grey, that'll do. Right. Brushes. What did I do with my brushes? Put my brushes away, didn't I? No, I didn't put my brushes away. They're up here. Okay. Right, so I need... Where is my brush gone? Here you are, baby. Okay. So, flat aluminium. And that part is... I don't know what the name of these parts are now. I know this is the fan belt arrangement. This is probably the alternator. This could well be the alternator I'm painting here. Certainly looks like one. So I don't know the ins and outs of car parts. I know basically what I need to know in order to not learn to drive. Actually, I do know how to drive. Get in there. Right, once this engine has been put together, I'll probably give it a wash with some black wash, or at least dark grey. that'll then pick out a lot of these, oh Christ, a lot of these details. Oh, I fucked that up, didn't I? You can't be hungry already, kitten. I've just fed you. Meowing in the background. Silly kitten meowing in the background. Right, so that's the alternator painted. Again, like I say, once this is all put together, I will get a wash and just wash over it. But I've also got something really cool which I want to try on now later on. I've got I went and bought some ignition leads, some red ignition cables, which is something that doesn't come with the model, and I thought that will add a little extra detail. I've also got some black cables. Now I don't know where all the cables go in the engine. I'm going to have a look at some of the a reference picture or something. But I do have cables, and I think that would look pretty cool, like some bright red ignition cables. Might just do the belt, fan belt here. There's a lot of fine detail work which I'm sure is not picking up on camera, and I'm sorry about that. I haven't got a cameraman here with a high quality camera to zoom in and macro. I wish I did. That would be so cool. Just filming all what I'm doing. That would be pretty fucking sweet. It's just me and the cats, and I'm afraid the cats are no good at holding a video camera. No matter how many times I try to get them to do it. They just won't do it. Oh, this one's a bit tricky. This was right underneath the fan here. Right, now I've got to do the back side. Screwed that up a little bit, but that's not going to make a difference. Okay, good. That's the fan belt. Are we done here with the fan belt, or is that a little bit around the edge here? I think there's a little bit around the edge there that needs doing. There we go. Right, now what I'm going to do now is just dry brush that fan with some flat aluminium, just to pick out some of those details like the screws and stuff. That's not going to be a problem. And then all we have to do, and I'm afraid I don't think I'm going to be able to do that tonight because it's not going to be dry, is paint the blue on the engine. And I've just checked and it's not dry enough to receive masking tape at the moment, so that's a bit of a problem. But that means tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday. That means tomorrow I should be able to do that, and we can look at putting the engine together. Yeah, that would be freaking sweet if we could do that. Right, let's get some of this aluminium. Great. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try and well, close enough. So yeah, we haven't actually put anything together, finalized anything today, but that doesn't necessarily matter. That doesn't necessarily matter. We have got a fair amount done today, and I'm super pleased. I am very pleased with what we have achieved, and I just can't get over how good that blue looks and those heat effects. Once that engine is put together, that is going to look so cool. Let me just check to see. No, that's not going to dry today. Okay. So I'll leave that. I'll leave that for now. There are just some things you can't do all in one day, you know. Right, let's go back to just chatting. Here we go. Hey. Right. So there are just some things you can't do all in one day. I mean, and I know it's taken us nearly 2 hours just of painting engine parts. But here we are. Here we have most of them all painted up now, ready to go on. I say there's the engine block that needs the blue on it, and I'm really pleased with the way the rocker covers went on. They look really good. The piston heads, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. So they look really good, and hopefully once that's all put together with the cables and everything, it's going to look absolutely amazing. Fingers crossed, you know. I like that whole metallic sheen, that hammerite blue look. That looks great. I just can't get over how good that looks. That's just basically aluminium with a blue ink and azure blue ink over the top of it. Just looks great. It just looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's it for me today. I am gonna tidy up my desk, probably have a sandwich or something, and then maybe do some more Dragon Age. We're nearly at the end of Act 2, so it'd be nice to sort of get that complete today. That would be awesome. Thanks for joining me. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to actually be able to finish off the engine and put it together. That would be sweet. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And that's it. Like a short one today, but sometimes, you know, there's only so much you can do, and it's also getting late for me as well. So I want to pack things up and just sort of settle down in front of the computer for tonight. So anyway, thanks very much everybody for joining me. You've been awesome as always, and see you later.